That man always told me that if anything went wrong, if anything happened, that he would have to take me, that we were a team, that he would have to kidnap me. I believed him because everything else he said was true. Everything else he said, he did. When he told me where to be or who was going to be there, they were there, and we did that. And the abuse was so violent. The marks on my body, the pain on my body, the fear in my heart, just never knowing what to expect. You know, he would be there in the morning when I was at the bus stop and I would look across the street. He would be sitting there with his coffee cup. I would see the coffee cup on the dashboard and he'd be reading the newspaper. I would be hiding behind the crossing guard's jacket just thinking, doesn't anybody notice? Doesn't anybody see this man standing there? No one seemed to notice. The neighbors didn't notice that we were climbing in a third-story window and all these children were going in and out of his house. At school, they just thought that, you know, my daydreaming or whatever it was, that maybe I had learning disabilities. They put me in a special math, reading, and English van. Even the doctors didn't notice. Even the doctors missed the signs. Nobody knew what they were looking at. But the reality is that I was a little girl who was dying on the inside, crying every night before bed. I couldn't tell my mom what was going on. The most I could do was just tell my little sister to stay behind. See, I chose to protect her with my own body, my own life. But sometimes I'd have to bring her on the days that he called it like a field trip. But most of the time I would just tell her, stay behind. My little sister would be crying. She never even told. My mom just looked and thought maybe I was growing up, maybe I was just getting more mature and didn't want my little sister tagging along. She was my best friend. She's still my best friend. I was afraid. I didn't want her. I didn't think she could handle what was happening to me, but the reality is I couldn't handle it. I just wish somebody would have noticed. I wish somebody would have intervened. My life would have been completely different.